Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me today for yet another fragrance review. And if I got you from another channel that I used to be on, thank you for following me here. Hopefully I can earn your subscription. That would mean a lot to me. And just so you guys know, I am not a paid shill. I buy everything on my own. That's why my collection is pretty moderate, but I think it's okay. And I just want to give you guys my honest opinion. Today, we're talking about Dua's Green Media Cologne. Now, this is my second take already, so I already sprayed it on my hand. And just as a reminder, this is one of my favorite Duas because it's so interesting. Now, is it really original? No, it's a copy of this one, Aqua Media Cologne Forte by MFK, Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This is a fantastic fragrance on its own. It is very expensive. I think $250 for a 70 milliliter bottle, 2.4 fluid ounces. Now, I think most of you out there will get this bottle and just go and spray it all over, be gone in a month, right? For me, I think this bottle needs to be saved because of its price. But I got this as a sampler, a tester, and for about $150. So not bad, right? However, I like Duas, and this bottle is way smaller, but it lasts way longer. For a work day, I would just spray this once, maybe twice on my wrists and hair, and I'm good to go. So this would be 34 milliliters, 1.1 fluid ounces. Man, we are really splitting hairs with the amount on this thing. But it's true. I talked to Masam years ago on the Dua's email exchange. Maybe it wasn't him directly, but the person I was talking to did say it's not really 30 mil. It's actually more than that. They fill it to the top. So it wasn't until maybe a few years ago, it's when I didn't get this a few years ago, but back then is when they started to talk about how much it actually was filled so people could appreciate what they're getting, right? People need to know. So I appreciate that. What does this thing smell like? It smells like a syrupy, lime, minty, tea-based fragrance. And that is fantastic, right? I have a Dior Homme Cologne over there, and that's everyone's favorite cologne. It's a nice transparent bottle, smells like lemons. I'm not going to say lemonade. Everyone says that. I don't think it smells like lemonade. That's too simplistic. It smells like lemon musk, in my opinion. Yes, I'm splitting hairs because I want to set myself apart from other people's reviews. So this is not like lemonade, right? This is like a mature yet youthful and classic lime, mint, mojito type of fragrance. And I have Dua's other mojito fragrance, and that's also pretty good. But that's more on the alcoholic beverage side of things. And I like their other vacation types of scents. This is like that. This takes me to another place when I smell it. And that's what I really like about it. I've gotten to a point where I still like fragrances that just smell good, I'm on a budget. I want to smell good for a good price. And I'll splurge on a few that I'll do reviews later. But I also like fragrances that artistically take me to a new place, which is why I'm such a fan of Aqua Media, the original version. So when Dua came out with theirs, almost immediately I remember, what was it like? By the way, they still talk about this as if it's a new fragrance at like department stores. But it came out a while ago. But Dua's version is a new, amplified, thicker, syrupier version of the original. So if you want this, but yeah, even as I do this, I smell Dua's version. You want to save your sprays? Go with Dua's version. It's undetectable in how different they are. They smell, in my opinion, exactly the same. In fact, well, not exactly the same. If it was exactly the same, it would be just as weak and transparent as this one. And when I say weak and transparent, please don't take offense, MFK. I love your fragrance, which is why I have it. Dua's version is cloudier, thicker, syrupier. So obviously this extracted perfume concentration will last a lot longer, right? So for a work day, I will spray 1 to 2 sprays kind of dab it here in the sides of my head. By the way, I've mentioned this before. When I spray and put things on the side of my head, I tend to smell it better throughout the day. When I spray things on my clothes or my hands, my wrists, I wash it off without even realizing, and I go, man, I don't even smell anymore. I tend to spray it here. That way you don't have nose fatigue as much. My own personal opinion. Okay. Um, I recommend this version because it lasts longer and it smells the same. No one else will know. However, you as the wearer will know and appreciate the strength and the syrupiness. So that's where it does differ. It is sweeter because it's thicker and it lasts longer. So is that really different? You be the judge. But in the air, you will not be able to tell them different. The only difference is later on, you'll still smell this one and this one. It may be a faint aura about you. You smell something, but you don't know what. This, you will smell like a vacation without the coconut type of scent that all vacation drink type of colognes seem to have, right? This is not that kind of vacation scent. This is a fun scent you could wear at night. It will definitely withstand the breeze. In fact, it might help you in this case. It will carry that scent to the other people in your party. Um, so summers, springs, and I would say night times. Winter time, I don't think this would work all that well. I don't think mint works that well in the winter time. And I don't think that doesn't mean you shouldn't wear it. I'm just saying you have so many other fragrances, right? Save this one for it can really be noticed and it will cause heads to turn. And I'm not hyping this up. You guys already know how good Aqua Media is. The other reason I really like MFK's and Dua's version is because of the abundant citrusy fragrances that I have already. Lemon base, orange base. I have Terre d'Hermes type of fragrances that are more earthy and more mature. And then I have just plain body spray ones similar to Dior Cologne. And then I have really fruity ones like Oh So Fresh by Dua, which is super fruity. This is going to lie somewhere towards the ultra fruity side while still being classic and slightly mature. This is not some dumb reach for teenagers. Even though it is citrusy and fruity, it's got a mature vibe to it that because it's not going to hurt your sides from being too sweet. And I think that comes from the tea. The tea, they could just not use tea, right? They could just over inundate it with more sweets and rinds, which I think maybe it sounds like the new Versace Eros might be, which is the energy bottle. I might be getting that soon. But this is going to be more of a scent that I feel like it's got nice rounded edges to it with a little bit of bitterness. That's what I really like about it. So let's talk a little bit about some of the ingredients here. We have verbena, bergamot, fennel, matcha tea, musk, and some woody notes. The tea is pretty strong in this one because it's pretty level in itself, right? It's pretty transparent. This is like a fog of citrus and lime, and it's a syrupy, sticky, but still classic from that tea. So if you want something that's not too juvenile and sickly sweet, this is the perfect one for you. If you want something that's mature but not just old-fashioned and kind of dirty smelling like Terre d'Hermes, try this one by Dua. It lasts you a long time and doesn't even make you feel old. It reinvigorates you. It energizes you. Now it's fully dried down now. I've sprayed this on maybe 20 minutes ago. And I still smell a sharp, limey, pleasantly sharp, limey scent. And a citrusy scent, it is a citrus classification that lasts this long with that sharpness. Well, you're in good hands, I would say. That means for another 30 minutes, it's probably going to still stay like this. And as long as I don't mess around too much wearing my coat or rubbing against other surfaces, This is going to last an entire workday. So I'm happy to bring this to you guys. I think Dua did a fantastic job. Check out Green Media Cologne, Extrait de Parfum Concentration. They do have sales here and there, and this belongs on top. In fact, I think a lot of people do regard this as one of their best fragrances they come out with. Thank you so much for listening. I have other reviews to get to. Hopefully you find them useful, at the least bit entertaining. Bye-bye now.